Assalamu alaikum. This is Kulsum Zehra, your mentor for the course of English Grammar. In this lecture, we'll learn the use of phrase used to. Used to is a verb phrase that can mean accustomed or habituated to, or it refers to something from the past that's no longer true. Used to or used to are also frequently used in English grammar as model verb phrases. Let us have this exemplary situation. Dinah doesn't travel much these days. She prefers to stay at home, but she used to travel a lot. She used to go away 2 or 3 times a year. In this example, we can see that Dinah was involved in an action that's traveling in the past, which she doesn't do now. The verb phrase used to has been used here to show that Dinah was accustomed to or habituated to traveling in the past, but she doesn't travel now. Used to happen can be used for a situation which was regularly happening in the past but no longer happens in the present. Like, I used to play tennis a lot, but I don't play very often now. It means that I used to play tennis in the past, but now I can't play it. Similarly, David used to spend a lot of money on clothes. These days, he can't afford it. It means that David used to spend money in the past, but in the present or in now, he doesn't do that. Similarly, if someone asks, "Do you go to cinema much?" and the other person replies, "Not now, but I used to." It means that he used to go to the cinema in the past. The verb phrase used to can also be used to talk about situations which were true in the past but not true anymore. For example, this building is now a furniture shop. It used to be a cinema. It means that in the past the building was used to be a cinema, but now the condition is changed and the building is a furniture shop. Similarly, I used to think Mark was unfriendly, but now I realize he's a very nice person. It means that in the past I used to think Mark was unfriendly, but now in the present my perception has been changed and I think Mark is a very nice person. Likewise, I've started drinking tea recently. I never used to like it before. It means that I never liked to take tea in the past, but now in the present I've started drinking tea. Similarly, Nicole used to have very long hair when she was a child. It means that Nicole had very long hair in the past, but now the condition is changed and Nicole has short hair. I used to do something can be used to show a habituated or an accustomed action in the past, but for a habituated action in the present we don't use used to, and instead we use a present form or present simple. For example, for past we could say he used to play, we used to walk, or there used to be. But for present we say he plays, we use, there is. Let's have this example. We used to live in a small village, which was a past condition, but now we live in London. Similarly, there used to be 4 cinemas in the town, but now there is only 1. So, for a present activity that is continued or that is accustomed or habitual, we use a present simple form instead of used to. For a question, we use did plus subject plus first form of verb, which is used to. Like, did you used to eat a lot of sweets when you were a child? Similarly, for a negative sentence, we use did not used to, as I did not used to like him or I used not to like him. Let's compare I used to do and I was doing. I used to do can be used for something that regularly happened in the past, while I was doing can be used to indicate something or an action that was happening at a specific time in the past. For example, I used to watch TV a lot. It means that I watch TV regularly in the past, but I no longer do this. While I was watching TV when Mike called means that I was in the middle of watching TV when Mike phoned me. Similarly, we used to sleep a lot can be used to show that we used to sleep regularly in the past, which we don't do now. While we were sleeping is a condition that was continued in the past. Also, there is a difference between I used to do and I'm used to doing. For example, I used to live alone means that I lived alone in the past but I no longer live alone. While I'm used to living alone means that I live alone and I don't find it strange or difficult because I've been living alone for some time. Thank you so much. For more videos, do subscribe the channel.